Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs. I am back in my Prayerful, planner. I'm kind of in a new setup here, so hang with me. I'm inside. We are having lots of rain here in Texas, and we haven't personally had a ton of rain. We had a bit last night, which we're very thankful for, and we have been in drought. I was watching the news. It was no rain for July was recorded. And I don't know in August that we've had much. So we may have had like one shower. So we're supposed to get rain every day. And yesterday there was flooding, horrible flooding in Dallas. Parts of Dallas had over 15 inches in less than 24 hours. Y'all, please pray for them. And then pardon me, because there's more rain coming. And then parts of Austin, of course, flooded. That notoriously always kind of flood. And I'm not sure about, I know the hill country got less rain, which is really good. I mean, they need rain. We need rain. And not only that, we have had so many people that have moved to Texas, and we don't have the water resources here. So the more people, sorry, my daughter's here going in and out. That's why I have the TV on as kind of a background buffer. Family Affair, the old Buffy Jody show. Anyways, is a background noise buffer. But she's here this morning, so I'm really glad. Anyways, but the thing is, we're running out of water here in Texas. So I watched a news type article, talked about what we're going to have to do here in Texas. So anyways, right now we're thankful. The gardens are beautiful here. The porch garden isn't as much because we had to replace so much due to we don't have it water lined, and as a result, when I was so sick, it just didn't always get watered, and that's how it was. First time ever. I lost some of my tomatoes, and I usually never lose them, but we did a fall planting, and it should be okay. Thank you guys for your patience. Yesterday, we went to Starbucks after a thing at our church, and they had a class there, and I will tell you, we decided to split a mozzarella, pesto, tomato panini, and the gal kind of acted funny when we asked if she could cut it in half. And they've always done that, you know, at different ones. I don't think we've ever asked at this one. It's been a long, long time since we had one. We got food poisoning. So within a very short time when we got home, yeah. So yesterday I was supposed to clean out the fridge, and I started to, and then got sick all over again. I thought, oh, for goodness gracious sakes alive, what am I going to do? So I just decided, you know, when you have food poisoning, you really don't want to look at food all day that you're cleaning out. And so anyways, and I really have just the refrigerator portions of about a fridge and a half. For those of you who don't know, we live on a small homestead here, and our little property, and we grow a lot of our food. We also buy bulk if we're going to purchase anything that we don't grow, or if it didn't come in that year kind of thing. Like this year, we always get hot peppers. We didn't get any. And that, I think we have gotten like one handful. This is just nothing. We usually are in a plethora. Right now, I am in Armenian cucumber sea of stuff. So my husband and I were outside yesterday clearing out part of the pathway into the garden so I can get to the okra. The Armenian cucumbers took over, which is not bad. It's all good, but we were sick. So, we were both sick. So, it kind of took over the whole garden. So we were going through, seeing how to pull it out, that kind of a thing, what we had to do, you know, to cut it out. And so we filled a wheelbarrow full of vines, and then a basket full of cucumbers. So that was really lovely. We also have beets and all kinds of stuff that were being harvested. So back to why we have we have three upstairs, one downstairs, and then a deep freeze. Because we used to juice. We were vegetarian for 7 years. I was vegan for a portion, and as we kind of weed out our refrigerator, I will be diminishing the actual meat again. We've both agreed that our stomachs do better without the meat, and we feel better. And we're not going to say never. We will be a once upon every now and then kind of person. But I found so much more plant-based meat alternatives in our freezer. And so that all got reorganized in the last week. So that was such a huge blessing. But like today, my daughter's going to fill in some of the fruits and vegetables that we're missing. So I'm going to get started on this. I'm going to work on August because I didn't get it done. And I'll just kind of keep talking. But we are not anti-meat at all. We have enjoyed meat for years. We've done all of that. We're just knowing that for our, well, for me especially, for my GI tract, it is so much easier if I do not eat a lot of meat. And I know for some, you don't understand that, and I totally get it. But I have, ooh, so I guess this is a sheet. Okay, they are punched out. I was like, how did that work? Anyways, but I am understanding. I don't understand. This is brand new. I don't understand how these punch out. I see that these, okay, they are. There they are. Okay. They're unclear, which I love, but I couldn't see how it comes out. Now I see. So, okay. Anyways, so back to, so I've been watching a gal on YouTube who is also a nutritionist, and I've kind of reached out to her and just talking through, okay, what do I need to do? I have felt terrible this last year and have gone through, you know, really rough summer. What do you suggest? And, you know, we kind of got back to that. When did you feel pretty good? And I said, well, you know, when I was doing more vegetarian. And she said, why aren't you doing it? And we just kind of got through that whole, like, why are you doing what you're doing questionnaire. And this gal is vegan. But we talked about that I have such a hard time swallowing vitamins that why don't I get back to eating my nutrition again? So, my sweet youngest daughter, I've messed this sticker up, so hold on, guys. My sweet youngest daughter is going to go pick up a Walmart in our local H-E-B order. And I am going to kind of get back to how I used to eat. And what my husband does or does not do, that I'm totally fine with that. I just want him to feel better. He wanted to try meat when he was not feeling well during the pandemic, and I totally understood that, and I supported him, and, you know, he wanted me along for the ride, and so I gladly did what I could. But I'm going to tell you that, yeah, no, my stomach is just like, please stop doing this to me. So, and those of you who don't know, my dad had major GI tract issues, and he blessed them to me. And unfortunately, but sometimes it's real. You know, you got to do what works for you. You've got to understand what works for you. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to do it, right? So, but my husband has been saying over and over, I think we need to do a lot less meat, which we're hardly doing it now in reality. So, yeah, but we will eat up what we have or bless it to our children. And that's just what we're going to do. Now, we have a son-in-law and daughter who are raising, you know, specialized cattle. I don't do pigs. They're raising pigs. I will do an occasional bacon. That's it. I'd rather eat a turkey. It's just easier on my stomach and my GI tract. It's just, that was a choice I made many, many years ago. And, yeah. So, but, and I don't know why, and I do uncured bacon, so I'm not really sure. I was going to say maybe it's the curing that makes it so that I can have it. But, anyway, so I just genuinely, I'm not doing a whole lot because the month is almost over, but I wanted to just put this here and just show you guys. So this is my Prayerful Planner that I journal in. And so I haven't really been decorating it at all, but I know that I get reached out to a lot about the Prayerful Planner. So I just thought, well, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. So I do have one that I use for work. Hold on. And I have not journaled in this while I was sick at all. I mean, you can see I'm being honest here. You're seeing it. Okay. And I'm trying to see where it is. Okay, there we go. But I just want to kind of make it pretty, so I'll get back in it and I'll, be paying attention, But anyway, so back to, so I've got to clean out those fridges. And then my newest fridge that has always been, like, we always had my husband had a fridge, my daughter had a fridge, and I had a fridge. So the newest one was the one that was mine because I had always wanted a fridge. It's like the fridge over freezer with French doors and a drawer. Well, it's a wonderful design, but evidently this particular Samsung fridge inherently has some problems. And I kind of looked at my husband after being up all night till 3:30 in the morning trying to defrost it and then reload it and said, either we fix it or we sell it. So he said, well, let's just see how it does now. So sure enough, within a day, it was freezing up again in the fridge, which doesn't make for cold anything. I have lost so much produce in that fridge. And when I cleaned it out, I mean, I cleaned it, organized it, the whole thing. The freezer works well. The freezer drawer is fine. It's the fridge part. So what is going to be required is, and my husband said, well, let me just take the panel off, defrost it. You didn't get it defrosted. I said, no, I did. And anyways, he'll have to basically buy a new thing and put it in, because I watch videos on it. And he goes, really? I said, yep, it's going to require a tool chest. And I said, either that or we bring somebody in and let them do it. But that will be hundreds of dollars, and my husband cannot stand to spend money like that. So, we're going to hold on to it for as long as we can, and then we'll, I'll order the parts, and, we'll go through it. But it is the biggest mess ever, and I was talking to my sister who, she has that same kind of fridge. I don't think it's from the same company, but I don't know. And, anyway, she called this weekend. We were kind of talking about it, and I just said, this has been the biggest waste of money I've ever had in a fridge. And she was like, yeah. And so, but as I go back through and clear out my other fridges, I've always used the colored, sorry, these are just really hard to get up. The colored bins, like organizational bins from Dollar Tree, places like that. And I just decided that I'm going clear. And so I've slowly been purchasing things from Tuesday Morning, places like that, that I can get them really, really cheap. I did buy some organizational things for my drawers. We live in farm fields, and I am highly allergic to any kind of spray. I have acute atopic dermatitis, and when I had my children, I would never allow any kind of spraying of the house unless it was on the outside of the house and it was allergy, sensitive, because our son had severe acute atopic dermatitis, and his was just profoundly worse when he was young. And so, I mean, he's really, figured out what works. His skin is much better, etc. But for me, I needed to figure out something. So I am going to try a slew of issues when they turn the fields, when they harvest or they plant or they turn the fields, which is what they've been doing right now. They're turning the fields. They've already harvested. It makes the biggest doggone mess. We get mice, snakes, roaches, bugs, spiders, the whole thing. And I can handle, not the snakes, I don't really like mice, but it's the roaches that drive me insane, because they will infiltrate our kitchen if I'm not careful. So I am gutting cabinets. I have gutted drawers. I'm taking them out and washing them. I am scrubbing them down, and I'm putting everything in these little plastic clear boxes that are meant for produce because they have a tray in the bottom, but they're perfect for Ziploc bags because they have tops. And then I'm also using those little school boxes you get for like 99 cents at, H-E-B, the grocery store, Walmart. They'll have them at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, etc. And those are fantastic for all of my just things you organize in your drawers. And so I've done it for a week. I mean, I did one of the major drawers we use all the time. And it's amazing. I am going to tell you right now, it's the only way. I'm just going to take that out. Goodness, I'm just making it so hard. It's the only way to go. It worked beautifully for me, and I am thrilled. Guys, my only complaint about these stickers is they are almost impossible to find the edge to pull up. These are gorgeous stickers. She did a great job, and I love them on clear. Maybe what I need to do is just take off the backing. I'll try that next time. Because sometimes when you take off the backing, you can just pull it all up and it'll go. All right, there we go. Yay, last sticker. That page is gone. So, but I've been doing all of that. And reorganizing everything. Like I reorganized some of my spices that were out on the counter. I put it in a shelf. I did some things like that. And just a little bitty shelf. I've also been reorganizing. This one is just too big to put there. Hold on. I think I'm just going to put it like right here. Yeah, that's good. I've also been reorganizing just various things, you know, in our kitchen, which have needed it. And I've just been either too sick this summer or, pardon me, or just didn't feel like it, or it wasn't my focus. And, you know, we live on a property with massive gardens. In the words of some friends, we have a ton of gardens, multiple gardens, and they're all producing fruits and vegetables and whatnot. And we were sick this summer, so we have to be realistic that we have to pay attention, you know, when these things are ready to go, and are we there? Are we taking care of things? You know, that kind of a deal. And then we also have, I guess there's some orange in there. We also, or coral, we also have tons of fruit trees, nut trees, etc. So when those things come into bloom, we have to pick and sort that produce. And, you know, it's not that it's horrible. It's just that we have to pay attention. And and don't get me wrong, like there are some of the cucumbers that are starting to go bad. This will go straight to the chickens. There are some cucumbers I've been cutting and slicing and putting because they can get too big. So I've been saving the seeds. I've got a little Tupperware in the fridge that I just keep adding them to, and then I'll, you know, wash them, sort them, and dry them. And then we have chickens. I know. And people say that and they go, yeah, that sounds lazy. Well, I mean, as I literally picked out of the garden yesterday, I literally stood there and said, chickens, us, chickens, us. And so my husband and I were talking. It was like these ones that are so massive and have been on the ground where that stuff had overgrown, they're just going to go straight to the chickens. And I don't feel badly about that. I feel actually very happy because our chickens get an organic vegetable. We also have redworm bed. And so to help build compost, so we can put that there as well. So we have all these things that are available, but that means you have to have refrigerator space. Yes, you heard me say it. You have to have the refrigerator space. So now some things we can leave out in, you know, barrels or bins, but some things we have to refrigerate. I will tell you, I left too much of my my cucumbers out. We did refrigerate some. And here's another thing. When we've been in massive overload, it goes in the camper fridge freezer. Yes, we have a very, like a double-sized refrigerator freezer in our RV. And so that has been fantastic. So we, yeah, that's how we do it. When we are in massive overload, we'll put it up there. So my goal this fall is to get everything put up, organized, put back in, and then to make sure that we are processing, eating exactly what we need. Isn't that beautiful? I'm done. I just chatted away. So today I will be finishing up all that fun stuff. Here's the weekly and here's the monthly. Seriously, I love that. I was trying to think, could I add any of these little boxes to that? But I don't think so. And I think I'm just going to stop here because I like it. Okay, friends, I hope you've enjoyed this. This is my Prayerful Planner. I am using the watercolor boxes and florals by Keleva Plan. I had put 2 other things out thinking I might utilize those. I did not. I just stuck with this one. And I hope you've enjoyed this. You do not have to have the exact stickers to fit your planner. You can use stickers however you see fit. Do not feel like you have to. That's the whole thing with planners. I would literally use these in a Hobonichi, a little like travel size Hobonichi weeks. And it doesn't bother me. Be creative, use what you have, and enjoy your journey. Okay, friends, I pray your day is blessed, creative, and lovely. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will be talking to y'all soon, and I'll keep you posted on the fridge and all the fridges and the organization. It's slow but steady. So, all right, friends. Love y'all. Y'all be safe. Y'all take care. Bye, y'all.